I had an absolutely incredible time here at Loka Yoga School. The most important thing for me was how genuine and caring our teachers were. Taryn and Jan were absolutely phenomenal. Every single day they turned up to the classes, the workshops, whatever we were doing, with passion and excitement and energy that would uplift us all. Even if we'd had a rough night's sleep or, been a little unwell, it helped us to come into the space and be our best. And that was every single day. Even when we were going to classes with other teachers, like philosophy or yoga mechanics, Taryn and Jan were often there as well, just in the background, supporting the other teacher and supporting us. And that it always felt like they were there for us to fall back on and for support. And throughout a whole month of yoga and yoga teaching, that was really important for me to have that. The quality of the teachers, it was such a high caliber. They were outstanding in everything they did. And I feel so grateful that I got to come to a school with a network of such wonderful teachers around us. I felt like I was getting the best of what I could be getting. It was such an important and meaningful way to be taught those things. The actual style of yoga that Taryn taught us as well every single morning, I don't know how she did it. I don't know how she made every single morning so exciting, interesting, and different. I like that sequencing. It was so intelligent. It was so enjoyable. It was challenging. I got a good stretch. I got a good workout every single morning. It was so diverse and interesting, and that was something that I don't think every yoga teacher can do. So to have the experience to actually practice with such an intelligent, caring, and also advanced yoga teacher was a real privilege. And I'm very grateful for that experience as well. Jan as well, with his real life medical experience and being able to hear firsthand some of his experiences in the field, how anatomy can be applied to yoga, and then just more generally was really interesting. I think having the experience from a medical professional was really eye-opening and will really help me as I move into not having any really medical experience behind me. I feel quite confident going into the world, into teaching yoga with that knowledge. So I'm very grateful for that as well. Coming into Loka Yoga School, into the teacher training, something I was expecting was the physical workout, especially in the first few weeks, as my body had to sort of adapt and overcome some of the challenges of doing so much yoga. That was wonderful, and I was expecting that. What I wasn't expecting was how emotionally and also potentially spiritually challenging it would be, but how much growth there would be in that space. And I know from the group that I was with, everyone seemed to have experienced that. We all had our own challenges that came up through different activities, and having the opportunity and so much time for self-reflection was so important for and self-assessment and process a lot of those things that came up. I really enjoyed it. It was something I wasn't expecting, and another whole facet of the process that made it so much more worthwhile, so much more than just I'm doing yoga and I'm learning how to teach yoga. It was like, I'm doing that, but I'm also growing as a person so that I have the right energy and empathy and ability to be able to teach that. And when other people experience that same growth, I've been there and I can empathize. And that is so important for a yoga teacher, I believe, so that you can really connect with your students. Taryn's expertise as well and experience in teaching yoga and going to yoga schools, I could really tell that she had incorporated so much into their school, into the Loka Yoga School, that she knew was missing outside of that, what she'd experienced, and going, oh, that would have been great to have that, or, it's a shame we didn't do that. It was all here. It was the whole package. And one of those bits that I really appreciated was the opportunity to teach more than I think most yoga schools would give you the chance to. So we had little bits and pieces here and there through different workshops and activities, and then we had our 30-minute practicum and our 60-minute practicum. And personally for me, the growth I saw from my first experience teaching in sort of the first week to my 60-minute practicum, I felt like a different person. I felt so much more confident. The feedback of my peers really helped me. They were all so supportive and wonderful. And if I hadn't have had that experience, I would have had to work through that in the real world, which is fine and that's possible. But having to be able to do it here and get the feedback from your teachers and peers was so useful, and I'm really grateful that Loka Yoga School gave us that opportunity. The other thing that I will say is how grateful I was for the local knowledge as well that Taryn and Jan gave us. So the recommendations for wonderful cafes and restaurants to go to, so we could get the most out of actually being here in Bali, was something really important, because rather than just sort of being in the retreat all the time, we had the opportunity to go and see some of the local people, meet some of their friends, and do these things, which added so much to just being here in Bali, which is of course part of it. You're exploring a new part of the world. Having the opportunity to go see, say a healer, or go to a specific cafe and meet these people was just really added to the experience. I'm also extremely grateful for that. The social aspect of the Loka Yoga School is also something I didn't fully consider. I knew I was going to meet some cool people, but you really build this strong connection with everyone, this family. Everyone goes through the same emotional roller coaster, the same similar challenges come up. Everyone experiences things and moves through them, sadness and joy and anger and frustration. The same classes every morning, we can connect on that level, reminisce about that, we share meals together. All of those very almost primal things that just bring people together on a very deep level. And you feel that quite early on. By week 2, I was really starting to feel connected. I was like, man, by week 4, I'm not gonna wanna leave these people. So that was something, compared, I think, to doing a yoga school where you might be doing it by distance, or where you're doing a class a week, or there's lots of other options. Doing it intensely with a group of people like that adds something really special and really meaningful to the whole experience, and I think really helps you to develop as a yoga teacher. So if you're at all considering doing your yoga teacher training, I could not recommend the Loka Yoga School and Taryn and Jan more highly. I have had one of the best experiences of my life. I feel extremely well equipped on so many different levels to go out into the world and teach yoga, to share the beautiful teachings that Taryn and Jan have shared with us, and to continue my yoga education as well with Loka Yoga, and to explore other avenues as well. I'm so inspired and so excited. I'm so grateful for Taryn and Jan and the Loka Yoga School for giving me that opportunity.